Welcome to April's YouTube video. My name is Ben Landry. I am so honored to be on Luke Hedberg's. What's your channel called?
Luke Hedberg, yeah.
On Luke Hedberg's Luke Hedberg Show. Today we're going to be talking about investing.
What's up, world? We're here in Boston. We're at Mike's Pastries. Today we're going to be talking about a variety of different things, but most importantly, it's going to be what have I learned doing sales in the past 6 months? I know that these are questions that everybody wants the answers to, so today I'm going to give you my free, no-nonsense guide. Stay tuned, stay lit, and stay active.
Get in there, coach. Yes, sir. Now you gotta get it right down there.
We live. We out here on the streets, Boston.
This is what love is. So these are the historic grounds of Harvard.
Shut up.
All right, what do you have to say to the YouTube right now?
This is Whitney first. And this is
She's
my maternal
so
spirit.
big.
That's not your line.
Look at this.
Maternal spirit is not the line.
They're just
This is UConn. I think some basketball players go here. All right, world. It's the end of our Easter trip. Paul, what's your Easter trip sales tip of the weekend? Look at the mirror.
Yeah, what kind of sales?
Any sales, selling yourself to people.
I'd say if you're trying to make a good impression, ask a lot of questions, and be humble. And really, you should just always be in sales, not because you're trying to get something, but just because a good person is someone who it looks good sales wise. So just be a good person in general. That's what gets noticed, whether people are watching or not.
Yeah.
Actually, most when people are not watching. Just watch what you do watch yourself. This is it. Summarize. Watch yourself
Yep.
when other people aren't watching.
It's time, guys. It's time for another video. I hope you're so excited. This video is going to be about selling, sales, what I've learned in 6 months of sales. The beginning of this video was all about my trip to New England over Easter. I spent the weekend with the Landry crew. We went to Boston, we walked around Somers, Connecticut, and we celebrated the resurrection of Jesus Christ, which is the foundation of the faith. So I hope everybody's Easter was awesome. Right now there's a dry bag behind me. I will be on the Grand Canyon a week from today. It's a twice-in-a-life experience, as Eli DeYoung says. So super stoked about that. And I'll make a video about that, of course. Hopefully it'll be a little bit different than the last one I made. Maybe some drone shots. Hopefully I'll take a lot more film pictures. But as I said for a section in that video of the Grand, life is a lot more than the pictures or videos or TikToks or Instagram Reels or all the things that we show to other people about our experiences. I think that sharing the experiences with the people that you love is the most important thing you can do. And so keep your circle as the most important thing, not the 7,000 followers you have or 5 followers you have on Instagram. It's about the people that you're around. Okay, everybody. I work at World Insurance. For those of you who do not know about World Insurance, it's the largest and fastest growing brokerage in the United States for commercial insurance, personal insurance. We do payroll, financial advising, basically, one-stop shop for insurance and overall financial solvency of businesses and people and everything in between that. And so I'm a property and casualty broker. It's, of course, every young man's dream to be doing what I'm doing. And so I'm just beyond thankful and happy to be doing what I'm doing. But in all seriousness, it's a job, and I'm thankful for all the things that I learn. And so this video is going to be about sales. And so I do just all sales. That's what I'm doing. And these are going to be some of the things that I've learned. So I'm, of course, going to read my script that I didn't print out on my second monitor here. All right, here's a little bit of a different view, but here we go. It's been 6 months since I've started in sales. 6 months of rejection, wins, learning curves, and growth. I've made mistakes and I've made progress, and I've picked up some lessons that have reshaped how I approach every single day. Product knowledge is vital. You can't fake it. When someone asks a question and you stumble or dodge, trust is gone. Knowing your product isn't about memorizing features, it's about understanding why it matters. You should be able to explain it clearly to someone who knows nothing and still sound sharp to someone who knows more than you. That's confidence. It's not about the features. It's not about this thing does this, because nobody cares. People care how it's going to benefit them. Number 2, specialists beat generalists. If you try to help everyone, you'll end up helping no one. When you niche down and become a go-to for a specific group, people remember you, they refer you, and deals come faster. Generalists might survive, but specialists scale. And I found that in my business journey so far, is that I can't do everything. I can't go for a contractor and a cybersecurity firm and a garbage truck manufacturer. And insurance is kind of fascinating because insurance is part of every single business that ever exists. And so you have the opportunity to talk to all sorts of different people. And that's sort of the hack with insurance, is that it's this thing that nobody wants to talk about, but something that everybody needs. And so within that, as you start, I think it's important to sort of find your niche. I think this is the biggest one, and this is going to be follow up relentlessly. Most deals don't die from a no. They die from your silence. Follow-up isn't annoying if it's done with intention and respect. Set reminders, send value, stay on their radar. People are busy. If you disappear, they forget. Stay top of mind. And one of the guys that I work with who started the firm, he's been in insurance for 50 years, a complete savage. He says, if you're out of sight, you're out of mind. And it's all about repetition and staying top of mind, because I think that I often thought, like growing up in college or in high school or even last year, like when I was trying to meet with people, if I sent them one text or one email and they didn't respond, it was just because they didn't want to talk to me. And the truth of the matter is, people are just busy. I mean, I'm even finding now that the more and more stuff is on my plate, the busier I am. And so when people send me a follow-up text or a follow-up email like, hey, just reaching back, did you see my email? Did you see my text? I really personally appreciate that, because I completely forgot about it. And so staying top of mind is fundamental for networking, professional growth, closing deals, especially in the sort of white collar space where it's all about planting seeds, which I'll get to here in a moment. But it's about staying top of mind, repeatedly telling people that you're their advocate and you want to work with them. Number 4 is going to be get clear commitments. Ambiguity kills deals. Always move things forward with the next step. I'll think about it is not a next step. I'll review this and call you Friday at 2 p.m. is. Micro commitments lead to macro results. Ask for the yes, ask for the calendar invite, ask for the sale. When you're meeting with somebody, don't say, we'll follow up and set a time via email. Say, hey, let's circle back and meet in a week. It's all about setting up the next meeting while you're in the meeting that you're currently in, because things fall through the cracks. And also, people are much less likely to say no to you in person than they are to say no to you via email. So make it hard for people to say no. Number 5 is going to be 2 eyes, 2 ears, 1 mouth. I heard this for the first time this year, and I think it's really perfect. You are built to listen more than you speak. Use that. Ask better questions. Let silence do the work. Most people are so busy talking that they miss the real buying signals. The truth is in the body language, the tone, the hesitations. Pay attention. And this was really in a non-sales way. I think a masterclass was put on this weekend with the family I was with, as I mentioned in the beginning. I just found myself as somebody who tries to ask a lot of questions. And then honestly, when I get frustrated, I'll just sort of look off into the distance in conversation or look into the fire or be quiet. But I just found myself being asked question after question after question. And when you're asked questions and really not giving like a second to think and they just keep on coming, I really do believe that that builds rapport. And so just asking and asking and asking. And as a raft guide, I think I did that. You're on the river with strangers for 3 hours at a time, and it's all about asking questions. And when you're rafting, sometimes, the rocks and the water and the trees can speak for themselves, but also really getting to know your customers makes them feel loved and appreciated. And so being creative, not assuming what the outcome is going to be when you talk to people, and just not tripping about what they're giving you or what they're not giving you, but just saying, I'm going to go into this and I'm not going to stop until someone tells me to, or until, the trip is up. But I'm just going to focus for the next 20 minutes on being relentless with the questions that I ask to people. All right, number 6 is going to be run to the goal line. Too many people coast when a deal looks like it's going to close. They pull back, they relax. And you can't do this. You have to sprint through the finish. Confirm the details, reinforce value, remove friction, show urgency. Deals fall apart in the red zone more than they fall apart in the first quarter. You have to finish strong. So you have to assume the sale. You have to be like, okay, where do I sign? Where do you want me to sign? We can set up the payment structure to be quarterly, annually, semi-annually, 9, 12 payments. Just move straight forward into that. And I think Ben, my brother, probably learned this better than I have so far in Hawks, because Hawks is like a one-stop full sales cycle, a one-call close. But just pushing forward, saying like, here's what we're going to do, and assuming that, because when you just move forward, people are less likely to say no. And that isn't taking advantage of people. That's being proactive and finishing the process. Okay, number 7, I think, is one of the most important mindset shifts I've done, and that's going to be you are the asset. People buy from people. Your confidence, your preparation, your follow through. They're not just buying what you sell, they're buying you. Be someone they can trust. Sharpen your skills and guard your reputation. You are the most important part of the sale. And the opposite is also true. I think it's easy to get down on yourself when you're walking up to the doors or walking into businesses and people are always saying like, no, not interested. Luke, you look like you're 16 years old. Where's your mom? She has to be here to help you because you can't possibly be doing this by yourself. But then when you meet somebody who's actually valuing you, you're like, oh shoot, like I know what I'm doing. I am totally competent. And walking into places not needing is really, really important, because you are the asset. Like, you're the person that's trying to make their life better, whether it's pest control, solar panels, medical devices, or insurance. You are the person that's taking time out of your day to go in and talk to the people, and that costs you nothing. And if people aren't willing to recognize and respect and give you the time of day, then whatever, like move on to the next one. Have a short memory, because you're the person that's trying to be proactive and go chase your dreams. And if people don't respect that, then they're just standing in the way, and you just need to move on. Number 8, the long game wins, especially in insurance, which is just a once a year renewal. Sales is not just about this month's number. It's about planting seeds and building a name, showing up consistently. Some people you meet now won't buy for 6 months or a year, but they'll remember how you made them feel. Play the long game. People who trust you will come back. Plant seeds, don't burn a bridge. And that's it. That's what 6 months of sales has taught me. I started in September. Now it's April. It's probably a little bit more than 6 months, but I just figured 6 months would be a good way to start it off. And sales is all about 3 overflowing buckets. An overflowing bucket of prospects, an overflowing bucket of X states, and an overflowing bucket of orders. You need to have these buckets just dripping into each other, and that's really how you come out on top. So thanks for watching, and excited to show you guys the next one. Peace and love.